Today, a fun matchup in store. It's the New York Jets and the Baltimore Ravens. Tyler Loop is out and about ready to send this one away. And we're off from Baltimore. On the return, here comes Kene Wangu. And he's brought down just inside the 25. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
Looking to throw right away. Escapes, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Playing in your own building, a little extra adrenaline as they take the field. No surprise, this home team feeds and plays off the crowd. First play of the game, and already we're seeing an impact being made defensively.
Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And the 2nd down run produces 7 before they bring him down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Ravens going with a dime package now. 3rd down. Back now, pressure coming. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Throwing off the play fake. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
2nd down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
And he's just going to hook this one into about row C there. And some lucky fan going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
3rd down.
Well, this has been a tough series. Sacked on the 1st down play, forced to throw it away right there, an awfully difficult 3rd down now staring you in the face.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Third and long for him here. He's going to loft one deep to the left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. I'm flipping through, Brock. That certainly wasn't in the offense's opening script, but if you're a defender, just how you wrote it up.
Yeah, defensively, that was a week of practice and planning visualized and executed in real time.
Now on 4th down, here's Austin McNamara out to punt for the Jets. Fair catch the signal, and he brings it in at the 23.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be 2nd down.
Boy, is it tough to fool this defense with how well they read and react to these plays. Held that line, and the QB keeper gets nada.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Lamar off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Jets into the nickel, 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He lofts it deep right side. They connect on the deep shot. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Zay Flowers, the touchdown.
It's an old adage, but it's a true adage. Speed kills. And gosh, I love that, Kate. Right from the jump, you don't wait to get your playmaker started. Get him the ball early and put a fear of God into this defense.
An extra point is up and through by Luke. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Jets, nothing.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Wangu now to return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Rocky's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The second drive coming up now for the Jets offense. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. New set of downs for him from the 31. They start the drive with Hall. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
At the 34-yard line.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Throwing, Taylor. Completed over the middle. He dodged the tackle. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Here's Taylor. Finds him over the middle. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Here's Hall. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here. Taylor now. And this one doesn't go far.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Flush out now to his left. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
So on 4th down, here comes Nick Folk to attempt this for the Jets. It's 44 yards here from the left hash. And the kick by Folk is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
It's all lined up. Falk ready to send this one flying. Rasheen Ali on the return. Jukes away from one. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now we'll get set to see the Baltimore offense for the second time. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
From the gun, Jackson has him on the quick hitter. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. They gain 11 on that play, and that's going to be a Baltimore first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Back to Flowers they go. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the gun, a run for Henry. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
First down, and they go right back to him. Nothing doing here as he only manages a yard.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Lamar now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Henry. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. To the left side, caught by Andrews. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
10 yards to go.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. This is Cox going right back to Andrews. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens get 6 more on their early advantage. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock, but I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around, didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Wangu now to return. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Jets offense now set to take over. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw, Taylor. Connects with Mechie. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Now it's Taylor. They'll set up the screen here for Hall. The Ravens pick it up. Well, they can't add anything after that recovery, partner, but they do take possession of the football. It's a big momentum swing on the final play of our opening quarter. It's the Ravens flying to an early lead. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back at beginning the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They got it off that fumble recovery to end the 1st. Handoff headed right to Henry. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
He was taken down behind
that one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
This is Henry on 2nd. This one isn't looking much better, Brock. He's handed another loss. That's 2 in a row. They've got 3rd down now coming up. These last 2 snaps, they have forced this drive to what might be its last play here, Brock, and we can confidently say there's not going to be another run here on 3rd down.
Yeah, I think it's time to let the passing game get going and really trust your quarterback here, who's got to compensate for 2 negative plays.
Jackson now, 3rd and long. Got a man downfield. It's Bateman. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
On 1st and 10, it's Henry. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. Shotgun snap to Jackson. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it, right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball, and they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
Jackson out of the gun on 3rd. And he sails that one over the end zone.
It's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a 3rd one's coming at some point.
On 4th now, on comes Tyler Luke, going to try this field goal for the Ravens. This from 40 on the right hash. Luke knocks it through, and then extends their lead to 14.
Okay, I call that a win-win in the first half. You win on the scoreboard, obviously, by adding 3 and adding to your lead, but you also win mentally, making your opponent know if they make a mistake, you're going to capitalize.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here's Isaiah Davis on the return. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Jets out to begin another drive. And their defense held up after that fumble. Only gave up 3, so time for this offense to make it up to them. Get some points of their own. Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10. Here's Hall running his own read. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Taylor. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. Unable to find Adonai Mitchell with that one. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Running back sent in motion left. No place to go. Ravens take him down. And their 4th sack of the game, Brock, brings up 4th down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. Back for the Ravens, LeJohntay Wester. Fair catch called for, and he brings it in. Looks like right at about the 29-yard line. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Lamar. Throwing the out route complete. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
2nd down now, they need 7. Jackson keeping it himself. Looks like he gained about 3 yards. It's also going to bring up 3rd down.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. He'll set up the screen for Henry. Well, they're actually going to lose some yardage here as they fail to convert. Now they're facing 4th down.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
The Ravens going to punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. New York to the line. 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
1st and 10 from the 32. Here's Hall once more. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. They go right back to home. They stuck with him and got the same result. He is stopped at the line once again to quickly bring up third down.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? 3rd and long for him here. Finds the in route complete. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Jets first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
That's Mitchell on the slant. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That's 16 on the pickup. And it's good for a New York first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First down from the 42. Handoff running left. Here's home. Keeps on moving into the red zone. He will go. Touchdown, New York. The Jets make it a one-score game in the first half. Breece Hall with the touchdown.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
Point after by Folk is up and good. And the Jets chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Jets 10.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Ali to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Ravens trotting out their offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Lamar's going to keep this one. Escapes a defender. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. It's again at 27 yards to move the chains.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. On first down, Jackson. Right side and into the hands of Bateman. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Finds his fullback. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
2nd and 3 now. Here's Henry running left. And all he can get is a yard here, Brock. It's going to be 3rd down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. You just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Turning to Henry on third. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a first and goal.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
The Jets take their first time out. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Offense in position now. It's first and goal. Now it's Lamar. Catch made. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field. Okay, Brock, I think the official double and then triple check this with their coach, but yes, they are indeed choosing to decline the penalty and letting that touchdown stand.
Kate, if there is ever a moment that defies all explanation on the football field, that may be it.
Luke tacks on the extra point. And the Ravens double their lead to 14.
Ravens 24, Jets 10.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. On the return, here comes Davis. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Jets have their offense ready to go again. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on him. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. First call here coming from the shotgun. Throwing from the gun here. Finds him over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Here's Taylor to throw. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Timeout taken by New York. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down. To the air. Taylor. Left side cut by Lazard. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
So first down from the 41. Throwing from the gun. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Throwing, Taylor. Getting out to his left. And they don't connect looking deep there, but this play's not quite over yet. There's a flag on the field. Offense tagged for the penalty there as they walk off the distance. Second down out the window. They're backed up here for third down. Running it after the penalty. He only gets 3. Needed a little more if they wanted to avoid this fourth down. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Another punt coming up. Austin McNamara to again do the honors. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. The Ravens offense to the field for the final drive of this first half. And with that 2-score lead, partner, they've got the option here. You can sit on it, or they could try something really aggressive. Only 17 seconds left for him as they begin this drive. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he's going to have this up just a little bit shy of the 20. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
And the Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the
So we're through 2
19-yard
quarters
line.
now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. On the return, here comes Justice Hill. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Well, hold on a second. We've got a Raven hurting pretty good out there. They're going to head out to look at him. The Raven offense headed out for this first series of the second half. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Ravens to the line now. First and 10. Lamar off the play fake. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Trying down the middle with Henry. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Lamar now from the gun. A quick slant here, caught by Andrews. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. From the pistol, Henry. One good for a gain of 4. It's 2nd down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. They'll scrape together a few yards, but not much. 3rd down coming up.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Another run for Henry. And this is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Running once more with Henry. Much better job keeping him contained this time. He's going to be marked down right near the line of scrimmage.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys, not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. It's Henry on the counter. Still fighting forward. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Jackson keeping it himself. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, is really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. The toss now to Henry. And he runs it across, touchdown! The Ravens grow the lead coming out of halftime. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
All set up. Here's Loop to kick it away. Wangu now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now here comes the New York offense. They're down 21 now after that last score and in need of a comeback as we work through this game. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Now it's Taylor. Completed over the middle. And he will not get the first, but oh, this is close. Looks like they're going to have about a yard at most to gain after he picked up 3, 3rd down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
He'll try to do it himself. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
They've got first down here from the 36. He'll pass it this time. Oh, he's keeping it again. And he will slide down just a little bit shy of getting that first down, but better to avoid the hit. Smart play there, and it's going to set up 2nd and 1 at most.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Looking to throw, Taylor. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. A 6-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Jets first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
First down, play action. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up second down.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation. It's just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Now here he goes. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. Now we have a member of the Jets hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to take a look at him. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's the backup, first throw. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
After the sack, defense has got to be feeling good. Here comes 2nd and 12. Shotgun snap to Fields. Short pass brought in. Ooh, got him close to the line to gain. Down to the 25, 3rd and maybe a yard.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. QB sneak coming, and they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on 3rd down on a sneak and get a first down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down. Shotgun snap, a give to home. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. We keep Taylor hit and the ball is loose. And the Ravens make the recovery. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. Tackle made right around the 26. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. Finds him on the crossing route. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Those routes across the field become oh so dangerous the longer that play progresses. It gives him more time to get free, wiggle away from that man-to-man coverage. And with enough time, it's almost inevitable he'll find enough space for a completion.
1st and 10, here's Jackson. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. Looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
It's 2nd down.
You know, Kate, that's one of those instances where you try to walk that tightrope on the sidelines. Problem is, on a throw that far down the field, that is so hard to do, so difficult. I love the effort, just couldn't quite find the execution.
Play fake, Jackson. Finds the in route, complete. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
First down, here's Lamar. The left side, caught by Andrews. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. A pickup of 17. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
3 quarters in the books from this one. It's the Ravens with possession and a big enough lead already. They can probably coast the rest of the way. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Give to Henry on the inside handoff. He fights off the tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. And so just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. We see the Ravens making their way out now. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. After a fortuitous recovery, this will be 2nd down. So in read, they'll hand off to Henry. He finds a little opening, but not much. Picked up about 4 on 2nd down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
8th play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. He's able to hit Flowers, caught. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Design run, Jackson keeping it. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play 1st and goal situations too, because a run like that now, well, it leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. A motion at tight end left. And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. Getting in their own way, Brock, as they'll line this up 5 yards further back for 2nd and goal. Slot man motioned over. Play action now with Jackson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Mark Andrews. So they'll be left with 3rd and goal.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Jackson has it, 3rd and goal. Throw is caught, and he's out of bounds before he could challenge for that marker. It's 4th down.
To Zay Flowers. A 2-yard gain. It's now 4th and goal.
Tyler Loop after the Ravens to attempt this field goal. He's hit once already. This is a short one, inside of 30 yards. Loop knocks it through. And the advantage now sits at 24.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
All set up. Here's Loop to kick it away. On the return, here comes Davis. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Jets offense now set to take over. And they know they let points slip away with that fumble in the red zone, Brock. They're looking to get him back here. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Taylor. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Kate, from my vantage point up here, that was pretty close to drawing a penalty flag. Risky decision on 1st down, but there was a target in the area, so thus, no penalty, and we move on to 2nd.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23. Taylor now. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Third and long for him here. Connects with his back. Hall. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the 1st.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Now they're going to throw out of the gun. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
They've got a man in motion. To the air, Taylor. Finds a man right side. And he's going to be touchdown. Brock looks to be a couple yards shy of that marker.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Ravens' 33-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. Here's Taylor to throw. Taken in by Mitchell, right side. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. He gets 6 on that play. And it's good for a New York 1st down. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it.
It isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we watch Combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10, because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack.
Escapes out to the left. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Ravens crowding their passing lanes. They go into the dime for 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He has the 1st over the middle. And he is stopped just before he can get the score. Tackled inside that 1-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Fullback trying to power it across. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
Need hardly anything here. 2nd and inches. Here's Hall running his own read. And he falls through the defense for a touchdown. The Jets making the scoreboard look a touch better. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs in this, Kate.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
Well, they looked maybe a little unsure of the call, Brock, and that 2-point try unraveled out there.
Or maybe they were just surprised by the look this defense came out in. Either way, unfortunately, not a whole lot you can do once that ball snapped. Got to find some way to make that call work.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Ali to return it. This makes it up to the 25. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. He gets 16 yards on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. First down, and they go right back to it. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, you got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. LeBron, this substantial deficit sure hasn't honed the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. So this one sails over the sideline, and they'll spot it where a touchback would go at the 20-yard line. The Jets out to begin another drive. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. First call here coming from the shotgun. Throwing, Taylor finds him over the middle. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. Always a point of emphasis, right? Protecting the quarterbacks, and that play is going to draw the flag every time. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. They threw it the whole way down the field on their last drive, and they'd welcome the same level of play on this series as well. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic first down. From the gun, it's Hall. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Looking to throw, Taylor. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That one intended for Adonai Mitchell. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
just an incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
4th and forever coming up. Desperation time here. He finds it beyond the marker. And he's going to bring this down to their 35. So 21 yards and the first. What a call to go for it there on 4th.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says two things in every production meeting. Number one, well, we got to stop the run. And number two, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute. You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. And not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Now it's Taylor. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Throwing it again here. Gets it again to Mitchell. And he's only able to manage 1 yard, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Eight yards to go, and let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Still sticking with the passing game. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again. Find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
It's a nickel set for the Ravens. 3rd down. Looking now from the gun. He's making a bid for it. Driving across the 15-yard line. The Jets take their first time out. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
That's another Jets. First down. 1st and goal, New York.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And he hauls it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets get it back to within 2 possessions. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
That one right down the middle. And the Jets make it an 11-point ball game. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
1st and 10 from the 43. Trying down the middle with Henry. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Timeout taken by New York. That's its 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Jets' 43-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Lamar's going to keep this one. That's a first down for the Ravens, partner. And that should all but do it here. Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Just 1 left for Lamar. So it ends as a win for the Ravens. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.